All right, this is called a box and whisker plot, okay? And the box and whisker plot has a few different parts. All right, so the line in the middle, that's called your median, okay? Because that's the middle. So this one says, what is the median? Well, right here in the middle, this line is pointing at 18. So my median is 18. So that line in the middle of the box is called your median, okay? The upper quartile, or third quartile, means what number's in the middle of the last half of the data. So your third quartile is always this line, the line at the end of the box, okay? So in my data set here, that is 22. That's the third quartile, or the last quartile, okay? On the other side, it says what is the lower quartile, or quartile one, sorry. Okay, so that's always the line on the other edge of the box, which in my case is 13. Okay, now the range, interquartile range, we've done that on the other side of this test. You just subtract those two. So 22, take away 13. So you're trying to find how far apart or how long that box is. Okay, so it looks like it's 9 numbers apart on mine because 22 minus 13 is 9. Okay, it says what is the maximum of this highest data? So that means what number is the biggest out of all these numbers? And it's always going to be the whisker. Okay, so sometimes it's a dot, sometimes it's a line, but it's always at the very end. So in my case, 25 is the biggest number. And then the smallest number is going to be the whisker on the other end. Okay, and for me, it looks like it's on 12. That's my smallest number. Okay, so let's go through this one more time. The middle line is called the median, okay? The outside of the box is called the upper quartile or third quartile. The outside of this box, the line on the other side of the box, is your first quartile, or also known as the lower quartile, okay? The whisker on the far end, that's your biggest number, also known as the maximum. The dot on this end is called the minimum, or the smallest number of your data set. Okay, so now if you missed questions on the back of your test where the box and whisker plot is, you should be able to do all those. Now, there is one more thing that we want to talk about. Each section of a box and whisker plot is worth 25%. Okay, so from here to here is 25%. Between these two lines is 25%. From these two lines is 25%. And this little section here is also 25%, which adds up to 100%. So if they ask you a question like in mine, what percent was 18 or more? So 18 is right here in the middle, okay, or more. So that would be all of them that way. So that would be 25 plus 25, so that would be 50%. If they ask me what percent is 13 or less, okay, 13 or less would just be this section, which would be 25%. So just remember, each section of a box and whisker plot is worth 25%. Now you should be able to do all the questions on the last part of your test.